Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Kiki Williams, and in this video we'll be talking about positivity and specifically about how to turn a negative situation into a positive situation. So just about being more positive in a situation that is difficult and that is just very negative. And I have 5 tips for you today and I hope you enjoy. Let's get into the video. So number 1, it sounds so cliche, but kind of just be around people who are positive, who think positively, and what is very important to just surround yourself around people who just have a positive mindset, who look at life with a positive aspect. Even surrounding yourself by people who are more intellectual than you, who are more, say, positive than you. I think a lot of the times when people see someone who, say, is a bit, I don't want to say better, but you look up to them, it can feel like, oh god, I don't want to be with them. They're like so like up here and I'm only up here, I'm only down here, like I'm still trying to like get to that point. But it's like, it's so beneficial for you. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I done like a gym session with some like PTs the other day, and like before going to the session, I was like, oh my gosh, why am I training with them? They're like flipping like fit, and I'm not fit in the slight. Well, no, I'm not fit like them. But then when I finished the session, I just felt so much more motivated and realized the importance of being around people who already have the energy that you're trying to get, because that helps you ultimately get into that energy. So yeah, surround yourself by people that you look up to. If you're around people who are just positive and just, you know, happy and just motivated, it will just flow through your body. Like that energy will just flow through your body, and I think energy is very important. Try and avoid people who are just soul suckers and just think really negatively, and you know, they're not happy for you if something happens to you, something good happens to you, say that, yeah, don't just avoid people like that. You're gonna come across them, obviously, it's bound to happen, this is life, but avoid being in their company, or at least put boundaries up so you know when to just be like, okay, I've had enough of you today, see you in like maybe a week's time. But yeah, just have boundaries and just avoid them in general. Number 2 is train your mind, and I think this is something that I have done very well with. Now when I mean train your mind, I mean train it to be positive. Now that's not easy to do. The same way you go to the gym and you train, you have to train your mind. Like it's vital. A lot of the time it's how we perceive things that make it a negative or a positive situation. Now, the reason why I say I feel like I've done this quite well is I've been in a lot of like negative situations in my life, or things that haven't been the best, but I've always had a positive outlook on it, to be honest. I remember last week actually when I was at work, someone asked me, we was talking about, you know, I've mentioned before, I haven't gone into detail about it, I will do maybe, I don't know when though. I was talking about like my cancer and stuff, and someone asked me, did you know that you was going to be okay? Like, did you feel, basically she was asking, did you feel like you were gonna pass away, basically? And I said no, like I knew I'd be okay, like I knew I was going to be okay. I said I'm a strong person, so I knew that I was going to be okay, I knew I was going to get through this. I just didn't know the process of what it was going to be like, but I knew I'd be okay at the end. And it showed me how strong I am, and how I've trained my mind to think positively in a negative situation. And even like just looking back on when I first got diagnosed, obviously it was like upsetting and stuff like that, but I remember like on that day with my friend laughing and joking and being like, I'm gonna be okay, like I know I'm gonna be, like I literally was like, I know I'm gonna be alright, like this is just like another test for me, I'm gonna learn a lesson from it, like I'm probably going to learn more about myself, about like there's so much things that you can get from a negative situation that is so positive that people don't realize. So it's about training your mind to think like that, especially when you're in the middle or something that's negative. Even if just thinking this is gonna pass, you're gonna be okay in a year's time. Like if you think about it like this, even if you say, is this gonna matter in a day or 2 days or 2 weeks or 6 months? Probably not. Like, and say you're in an argument and it's very negative and it's just draining. Say to yourself, is this giving me purpose? Does this, me arguing with someone or me being in this situation and investing myself in this situation, is it giving me purpose in life? Like where I want to, is it giving me purpose? Your answer will probably be no. That means you need to step away. Because if it's not giving you purpose, if it's not giving you the correct energy, then fuck it off, basically. So number 3 is keep your body healthy by exercising. I always talk about exercising because it's so important. I don't think people realise, once you get over the physical side of it, like once you get over like, oh my gosh, my back hurts, that's why I'm not going to the gym. Oh my god, my back hurts, that's why, you know, I can't run, my breath, da 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 da. It's like, once you get over all of that, like the physical side of it, I get people have, you know, things going on that makes them not want to exercise, but it's just so important for your mind, and it keeps your mind healthy and happy and positive. Like I feel like now, as much as like I'm training for me to like lose weight and tone up, I do it as well to feel positive in my mind, to feel healthy in my mind. That's my number one reason why I do it. I just feel so good after. And I think once you get past the point of, you know, the like physical aspects and like, oh my back's hurting and oh I can't breathe, once you get past that, you will realize how important it is for your mind. So yeah, that is a good way to keep yourself positive, is by exercising, especially if you're going through a shitty time. Go and exercise, go for a run, go to the gym, do something where you're burning energy. Number 4, I always talk about it, I've talked about it before, but actively acknowledging how grateful you are for the good things that are happening in your life right now. I always say that instantly puts a smile on my face anyway, and it should do yours as well. Being grateful for things that you already have, especially in a situation that is like just rubbish, it kind of gives you perspective on that situation and realizing how much good things are around you, and maybe this situation needs to go in the bin or whatever, whether it's a person, whether it's a situation. Yeah, just being acknowledging what you're grateful for in that moment. And number 5, which I think is probably the hardest one to do when you're in a negative situation, especially if you feel like it's spiraling out of control, that's because you haven't accepted what you're dealing with. If you accept what is going on in your life right now and you decide to find solutions for it, that is being positive. That is, you know, working on the situation, accepting like, look, this is what it is. I need to work on myself, or this is enough now. I need to get out of this situation. Accepting this is the situation that you're in and I've got to find solutions to solve it. And I feel like that will stop the situation from spiraling out of control further, or just dealing with it. Like sometimes you just have to deal with it instead of just like pushing it to the back of your head and accepting that this is what it is. Say someone who is depressed, who is really depressed, anxious, burnt out, but they keep going and going and going and going, and they feel like they're spiraling out of control. Their relationships are getting bad. You know, there's no communication. They're breaking up with, say, if their partner, work's giving them warnings, and it's just spiraling out of control because they're depressed, but they won't accept that they are. they try and find any other solution, not even solution, they try and find any other like fake solution. So like trying to find happiness in other people, or trying to find happiness through like just trying to find happiness and to like cover, to mask the depression, instead of actually accepting, do you know what, I'm actually in a really fucking bad place, sorry to swear but it's true, I'm in a really shitty place and I need to do something about it. I need to go to the doctors and I need to find some counselling. Because what you'll find is you keep doing that, masking that unhappiness, and it won't go. It won't go, and it will get more severe and severe until it blows up in your face. So stuff like that is really important. Accepting and finding solutions in a situation is such a positive thing to do, and such a brave thing to do, because accepting something can be quite hard as well, especially when you're really feeling like rubbish. So yeah, but it's the first step that you need to take really to, you know, being more positive and having a more positive mindset about the situation. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to be more positive in a negative situation. It's something that I preach about a lot, and I've definitely had to do in a lot of my situations. It just gives you a better outlook on life, and just realizes, and you just have to learn that everything you go through has a lesson to it, and just choosing to be positive and just be a fighter is the best thing you can do. And it gives you so much, like, you know, so much tools and skills just for like dealing with life, really. So let me know if any of you guys use any of the tips that I've suggested, and I will see you again soon in my next video. Bye guys.